Alright, how you doing, class? Hope you're ready for a short video, because this is going to be pretty quick. The goal for you tonight is you to be able to find the volume of a cylinder. Alright, so first thing we got over here, we got a picture of a cylinder. Alright, this 3D shape. The base, right here is in red, right, it's a circle. The height of a cylinder, the other dimension we have to know to find the volume of a cylinder, is this dimension, of course, how tall it is from the bottom, the circle on bottom, to the top, that circle right on top. Alright? So, I'll write this down, put a star next to it. The true base of a cylinder is a circle. Alright, the true base of a cylinder is a circle. And here's our formula to find the volume of a cylinder. You just, like we have before with all these other shapes, you take the area of the base, and then if you multiply that by the height, you get the volume, or how much space it takes up. Alright, so on to our next slide. Okay, I've got a cylinder right here on the left. It's got a diameter of 6 meters, and it's got a height of 13 meters. Alright, so we need to find the volume. So I'm going to do area of the base times the height. Well, the area of the base, right, is just the area of a circle. So you know what? Write this down, put a star next to it. The area, the base area of a cylinder is found by multiplying pi times the radius squared. Alright, put a star next to this, write this down. The base area of a cylinder is found by multiplying pi by the radius squared, which you should all know. So I'm going to take pi times radius squared times height. Well, pi is 3.14. The radius, well, if the diameter is 6, the radius is just from this point to the end, so half of that, which is 3, then times 13. 3 squared is 9. 9 times pi is 28.26. And 28.26 times our height, 13, gives us 367.38 cubic meters. So that's how many cubic meters would fit inside of that cylinder. If, I actually showed you a cylinder that was 13 meters tall and it had a diameter of 6 meters. Alright, next one. I've got a cylinder, this time though, it's on its side. Alright, not a big deal. Kind of looks like a big steamroller, maybe. But here's our formula to find its volume. So we're going to take the area of the base, multiply it by the height. It doesn't matter that it's lying on its side. Alright, the true base is the circle. So that's what you need to find the area of. Alright? Then you're going to multiply that by the height, the distance from one base to the next, circle to circle. So pi is 3.14. The radius is going to be 4 inches. And the height is 5. Alright? So, 4 squared is 16. Pi times 16 is 50.24. And 50.24 times 5 gives us 251.2 cubic inches, or inches cubed. Alright? That means that 251.2 cubic inches, little cubes, 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, would fit inside of that cylinder. Alright, moving on. Last slide. Okay, what I want you to do is pause the video, and I want you to give these two problems a shot. Alright, pause the video, draw these, get ready to use our formulas, and I want you to find the volume of them, and I'll be back in a second to see if you got them right. Alright. Alright, so let's see if you got this correct. Volume, V equals, well, base area, that's found by doing pi times radius squared times the height. Alright, well, pi is 3.14, like always. So V equals 3.14 times the radius squared. Well, the radius of the circle is 2. So we got 2 squared times the height, which is 4. Alright. 2 squared is going to be 4, so this is going to turn into V equals 3.12 times 4 times 4. Sorry, 3.14 times 4 times 4. 3.14 times 4, that's going to be 12.56. So V equals 12.56. And then when we multiply that by 4, you're going to end up getting 50.24 cubic centimeters, since our measurements right now are in centimeters. Alright, so that's what you should have gotten for that problem. This one, your answer was a lot larger. Alright, so base area. Again, you gotta do pi times radius squared times the height. Alright, so I'm going to do 3.14 times the radius. The radius is half the diameter, so if the diameter is 7 feet, the radius is 3.5 or 3.5 feet. And then, oh, not times h. Let me get something to erase that with. Times what h equals, 30. Okay. 3.5 squared. When you do that, you should have gotten 12.25. Now, we gotta multiply 3.14 and 12.25. When we do that, we get 38.465. Alright, but doesn't look so good. Now I have to multiply. There we go. 38.465 times 30. When you do that, you get (1,153.95 cubic feet). And that's it. Alright, so remember those little cubic feet I had? That little image, that cube I made with all those rulers? Alright, that means that 1,153.95 of those could fit inside of a cylinder if, you know, I gave you a cylinder in real life that was actually 30 feet tall and with a diameter of 7 feet. Alright? An object that's shaped like a cylinder, especially really large ones you'll see sometimes, are silos on farms. Those giant cylinders that hold, I don't know, whatever they fill them with. Alright, but this is how you find the volume of them. Alright, so be prepared to find the volume of these in class tomorrow. And I'll see you guys soon. We're having a good night. Later.